Hello everyone. I'm getting very quiet right now because it's basically the middle of the night. Long story short, in the day I have lots of chores. Now let's go through with part 2 of the little story of mine. This is as the title suggests, part 2 of the 5-part miniseries I'm planning to finish. So let's begin. Once again, no drawing paper. So I basically have no way to illustrate anything. Plus I'm bad at it anyway. Not to mention the ink in my ball pen. Where do we continue? August? Oh, sorry. Sorry, screens. November 3, 1941. Now, before we get into this video, please do note that you require watching my idea for a new amnesia game. That was my cat. And part 1 of my mini series, so you could fully understand this. And I hope that you can hear my voice. November 3, 1941. Victor Clement was simply walking down the street one day, helping his father out with his job. He was fixing some machinery until he saw a weird looking man chasing him or following him. He would go on to stalk Victor, and Victor would eventually end up in his home, but thing is, he's home alone. It appears that this man knew Victor's schedule. So, one by one, windows started breaking in the lower floors of his house. Eventually, he was caught, and one of the men, because there were multiple men, pointed a revolver at him. Turns out, they were Nazis. Long story short, the Nazis had heard about Victor Clamont's interest in the supernatural. Within the town he is living in Denmark, it was basically common knowledge that he was somewhat interested in the supernatural. So the Nazis took him because he happened to have very good knowledge on it. He was caught reading about it, talking about it, and then when the local church found his writings, they were very shocked to see what they could find. As a result, the Nazis soon found out. They told him that if he could help them with the research, they could let him go. But then Victor said he would never work for a group like them. They then told them that there are many snipers around and they know every aspect about his life. They've been waiting and researching for this very moment. They have the guns, they have the gunpowder, and they have the lead to shoot down all of his loved ones, and they'd all be dead. Victor was horrified upon hearing this, but then decided that he was not simply going to risk the people he loved, so he agreed to it. He met a doctor named Otto Heinrich Meyer. Otto Heinrich Meyer introduced him to a small room that will be designated as his office. Here, Victor gave them his notes, and they started taking note of all the things it involved. They started doing research and stuff. So Victor had been disappearing from his house for a few days now. He would periodically go in and out, but he would be bringing home large sums of money. His father Henry Clement was very concerned, but then Victor told his father that's simply too dangerous if he were to know. So yeah, that's basically the second part.